On a very key question that people have been asking. Will Rhea Chakraborty be arrested as far as the CBI probe is concerned? Well, there are various factors that will go into to decide whether Rhea Chakraborty's custodial interrogation is needed as far as this case goes. Rhea Chakraborty remains at the center, in fact, of this investigation. She has been booked for abetment to suicide, theft, cheating, among other charges, and could be arrested if by the CBI, if they start gathering substantial evidence and they do feel the need of a custodial interrogation. Now, Rhea is not just under the CBI lens, but also under the lens of the Enforcement Directorate for alleged money laundering. ED continues to probe the matter, which the family, in fact, registered, saying 15 crore rupees was siphoned off as far as Sushant Singh Rajput's account is concerned. Earlier, Sushant Singh Rajput's family lawyer, who demanded Rhea Chakraborty's arrest, said her custodial interrogation is necessary to find out the truth. We also spoke to former CBI Director AP Singh on whether Rhea can be arrested. Listen in to what both of them said in this case.
Rhea Chakraborty should be arrested as soon as possible. That's what you said. So why are you asking for Rhea's arrest? Should you not instead ask for the CBI to probe with an open mind, see where that investigation takes them, and then ultimately to the question of whether Rhea needs to be arrested or not?
As far as the arrest is concerned, Rahul, the jurisprudence in this country is not that there has to be an investigation before an arrest. The jurisprudence in this country is that it is a complete discretion of the police in which cases it will go for an arrest straight away on the registration of an FIR, and in which case it will do an investigation and decide for arrest. In my view, in this case, the averments in the FIR are itself sufficient for the police to go and arrest. So I'll be very happy if a new jurisprudence is laid in this country that every time the police has to arrest, it has to do a preliminary investigation.
With your experience, do you think that Rhea Chakraborty will be arrested in this case? And if she has to be arrested, what are the grounds on the basis of which CBI can arrest her?
No, from what I've seen so far and what coming out in the media, she had left the house almost a week before this suicide took place, and she had no contact with Sushant Singh Rajput after that. So I doubt if she can be arrested for abetment to suicide. But yes, if there is some transactions in bank accounts where he has taken money out of his account in a wrongful way, that's what sections they've applied 406. So in those sections, she can be interrogated, taken arrested if they find that the money has been wrongfully taken by her. But as far as abetment to suicide is concerned directly, I doubt it, but let's wait for the investigation. These are very preliminary.
Abetment to suicide is the charge against Rhea Chakraborty in the Sushant Singh Rajput death case. Now, it is not an easy charge to prove in the courts, and we have seen, and we'll be showing you in the report which is coming up, how the Supreme Court had also said that to prove a charge as grave as abetment to suicide, the prosecution has to very clearly point out to motive and objective behind somebody, in fact, making sure or pushing somebody to take their own life. It's not been an easy charge to prove in many other cases. Take a look at this report.
An FIR generated a shock-and-awe moment. Sushant's girlfriend Rhea Chakraborty was booked. The family of Sushant Singh Rajput filed an FIR at the Rajiv Nagar police station in Patna, alleging that Rhea Chakraborty was responsible for his death, and the charges are astounding. From abetment to suicide to cheating to wrongful confinement to criminal conspiracy. While abetment to suicide is one of the most difficult charges to prove in a court of law. According to the 306 section of the IPC, a person abetting suicide of another person shall be punished with 10 years imprisonment and shall also be liable to a fine. Abetting a suicide is a non-bailable charge. A person is guilty of abetment when he instigates someone to commit suicide. He's part of a conspiracy to make a person commit suicide. He intentionally helps the victim to commit suicide by doing an act or by not doing something that he was bound to do. However, abetment charges cannot be framed merely if a person was having a bad relationship with the accused. There have been many examples where cases have been dragging on for years and the charge has never been proven. In the case of Jia Khan, her mother alleged Suraj Pancholi of abetment to suicide. Till now, it's not been proven. Similarly, for actor Pratyusha Banerjee, her family alleged abetment suicide where her boyfriend was concerned, Rahul Raj. The trial is underway. Sunanda Pushkar, found dead in a hotel room in Delhi. Husband Shashi Tharoor charged with abetment to suicide. Trial still underway. Ruchira Girotra, 14-year-old Ruchika killed herself in 1990. It's one of the very few rare cases when in 2009, after 19 years, the court did pronounce Rathod guilty. However, in 2016, the Supreme Court upheld conviction but restricted jail time to just 6 months. The case of Geetika Sharma, 23-year-old air hostess Geetika killed herself in 2012. Politician Gopal Kanda was charged with abetment through a suicide note. Gopal Kanda was arrested but granted bail. The case still pending in court.
Talk about the Rhea Chakraborty case and not talk about the politics which is in fact now ensuing. Not only the political repercussions in Bihar but also in Maharashtra as fissures grow within the government of Maharashtra. Now, let's very quickly tell you about what all has happened today, because despite the CBI, the court giving the probe to the CBI, this has not stopped the politicians from taking pot shots at each other. Now, day after, Sharad Pawar's grandnephew Parth Pawar welcomed the CBI probe. NCP chief Sharad Pawar is now apprehensive over the central agency. In fact, Pawar Sr. expressed concern saying that CBI should not meet the same fate. This case should not meet the same fate as Narendra Dabholkar way. Pawar tweeted, reminding the central agency probe was unsolved since 2014. Few days ago, his grandnephew Parth Pawar had met State Home Minister Anil Deshmukh and urged a CBI probe in Sushant Singh Rajput case, claiming justice would be served only through a central probe agency. The Maha-Aghadi government is trying to put up a brave face despite setback in top court. Maharashtra Law Minister Anil Parab had said the verdict is a victory for Sushant's girlfriend Rhea Chakraborty. Home Minister Anil Deshmukh too lauded the Mumbai police's work on this.
महाराष्ट्र सरकार के कद्दावर नेता सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के मामले को दाभोलकर मामले के साथ जोड़ करके यह स्पष्ट उनकी मानसिकता दर्शाती है कि वे मन से इस मामले को सीबीआई को नहीं सौंपना चाहते।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो सुशांत सिंह के केस के बारे में जो निर्णय आया है उसका हम स्वागत करते हैं। जो भी सीबीआई को सहकार्य लगेगा वो पूरा सहकार्य पूरा कॉपरेशन राज्य शासन देगी। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट में जो ऑब्जर्वेशन है उसमें साफ साफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लिखा है कि मुंबई पुलिस ने जो सुशांत सिंह के केस का जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया उसमें बड़े प्रोफेशनली किया, कोई भी दोष वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में नहीं है।
सुशांत सिंह की जांच के लिए अब सीबीआई की टीम मुंबई आएगी। मैं आशा रखता हूं कि अब की बार मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर और मुंबई म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर मुख्यमंत्री कार्यालय के पर्सनल सेक्रेटरी की तरह बिहेव नहीं करेंगे और कोऑपरेट करेंगे।
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.